Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King POSH and today we're looking at this awesome legend rear-wheel drive drift tune for this 1965 Ford Mustang GT Coupe. This thing's got 900 horsepower, 901 to be exact. It's an A700 class and it's got muscle car sounds in the description. Why? Because this thing has a 5.0 liter V8 in this thing. And yeah, it sounds absolutely amazing. So let's get into it and show you guys everything I've done to this. I gave this thing a sweet paint job, and yeah, let's go from there. So we've got the 5.0 V8. It's giving you that 901 horsepower, 758 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 2,359 pounds. It's very light. Rear-wheel drive with a supercharger. Here we have just a stock rear spoiler, rear wing. I didn't want one on there, and it would take me up to S-Class anyways. Stock front bumper and rear bumper. I had these things removed. It would stay in the A700 range, but when I took it out drifting, I hated what it looked like. So I got rid of it. And then I just put a street hood on there. It gives you some pins, and it just made it a little lighter going there than having the Ford symbol on there. But like I said, it saves, some weight. So I decided, hey, that'll be fine. We'll do that. And then we got just a stock clutch, race transmission, sport driveline, and a race differential. Here I just left the rims exactly stock, so 14-inch rims for both the front and the rear. All right, and then I went with these American racing rims, and I think they look phenomenal on this Mustang. And they do. It looks really good. All right. Tires, I decided to give you a street tire compound, and the tire widths for both the front and the rear just went up by 1. All right, so you got 245s in the front and 255s in the rear. All right, and then here, at least this, we have race brakes on here, drift springs. We do have race anti-roll bars for both the front and the rear. Race weight reduction, that's awesome. No roll cage, which is also awesome. And we just added just a trial amount of weight to it, just to keep it in the PI number of the A700. Yeah, so, and if I had it off, it would still stay in there. It would be 792, but I wanted that PI number of the A700 in there. All right? And of course, you go put any more on there, and look at that. It takes you up to the S-Class range. So, it works out just fine. Okay, then here we just have race all the way through here, except the flywheel. Because even if the flywheel, if I take it to sport, it would take me up to the PI number of 701. Didn't want that. I wanted the A700, and so on and so forth. All right, race oil and cooling, and as you can tell, all this stuff here is race as well, all the way down, and we're set. Okay, so there is the build. Let's get to the tune and show you guys what I did to it. If you want to see the paint job, who made that, I'll show that here shortly. We've got 15-15 tire pressure, just to really help with the drift. All right. Here is the gearing. I gave it a modest top speed of 210 miles per hour. I think that works really well. I have first gear up there with second. Usually I would have this pulled back a little bit more. But when you're taking off in first gear, you can really warm up those tires, really, get some smoke rolling by having it closer to second gear, and it seems to work very well. That's what I tuned last, was actually first gear. It's not too bad. But yeah, it's got a great top speed, great 0 to 60, etc., etc. Alignment on this thing, I put an older FORZA Motorsport, FORZA Horizon tune on here. It works great. Mainly I was just working with this number here to work my top speed. I wanted to have an exact like 0.0 miles per hour, 0.5, and 0.0 is what I got there with the 210, and I was happy with it. All right, anti-roll bars, at least we have 1 and 1 on here. We have them, saves weight on the car. It's great. All right, springs, I was really happy to get a 0.0 on these. I was able to zero out these numbers by going all the way down to soft and then coming right back up. So 955, 936. I did bring up the ride height in the rear just to match the front, and it seems to look all right. Dampening is 13-13, 1 and 1. Okay, we good so far? Great. Let's keep moving on. All right, don't have to worry about that. No downforce to worry about, thank goodness. All right, and then braking, I really had to mess with the braking a little bit. I did 30 and 175. I figured this worked out the best when I was tuning this thing. I had it lower braking pressure, but it just wasn't braking hard enough. So 175 seems to be perfect for it. And then differentials 21 and 100. I thought about having this at 21 and 0, but I said, you know what, let's just do 21 100. It's not really going to hurt anything. It didn't. It feels great on the road. So yeah, and there you have it. That is the build. That is the tune. I need to show you guys the the paint job for that car, just because I'm using a paint job, and some people might be like, hey, why don't you show whose it is? So there it is. You can see it right there. That's who painted this car. It looks really nice, and so on and so forth. All right, let's take this thing drifting. Let's have some fun with it. About time, right? Right. I'm excited because this thing sounds so good. Alright, so we set this up here. We'll just do, our norms. Maple Valley. We'll just do the short circuit right there. That'll be great. Clear. Call it good. Great. Let's have a nice sound of this thing. I even turned up the volume to my own TV. It just sounds so good. It sounds so good when it's idling. It really does. But the counter starts to go down. We won't take off right away, but yeah, it does sound good. It sounds like what a muscle car should sound like. There's first gear. Like I said, that was the last gear I messed with, and it seems to work just fine. Got great gears, I'm telling you, great gears. Look at that. Perfect gearing. Love this thing. Great brakes. Love the brakes in this thing. Plenty of power to get you through where you're going. Especially if you're going to do the long track, you'll be fine. You'll be fine with this thing. It sounds good. It looks good with that paint job on there. The rims look phenomenal. They look like they're meant to be here on this car. But plenty of power. Great brakes. What else could you ask for? Really, it really is wonderful. I love this thing. Yeah, it's just great. Almost in the grass there, but we're okay. Oh, it saved it. That's okay. That's all right. But yeah, oh man. Love this thing. Oh, it sounds so good. Love it. Love it. Oh, it's awesome. And I think you're going to love it too as much as I do. Ah, it is so good. And great brakes too. Yeah, love this thing. Ah. Awesome, awesome. Sounds so good. It does. Ah. Love it. Best sounding car so far. And there you have it. There is my tune, my build, the gameplay, and that's all. That's all she wrote. Well, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit that like up button for me. I want a whole bunch of people to see this amazing vehicle. But hey, until next time, stay sideways, my friends.